What's going on, guys? My name is James Davis and I am a filmmaker out of North Stonington, Connecticut, and today we're going to be learning how to do this. Okay, so basically today we're just talking about how to use a blur effect inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, and this is actually a pretty simple thing to do. So we're just going to hop into a project that I'm currently working on, and we're going to apply a Gaussian blur to this clip to kind of hide this random autofocus thing that's going on here with the GH5. I know, before you scold me, I shouldn't have been using the autofocus on the GH5, but on this particular day I was just trying out the different settings and things on it to see if there was any way that I could make it work for me, and the answer was no, and now we're here fixing it. For the sake of this clip, I kind of like this opening clip here, so what we're going to do is we're going to fix the way that it pulls the waves into focus and then them. And we're going to accomplish that with the Gaussian blurs. This clip is the one that I'm going to be working on right here, so I'm just going to keep this selected. I'm going to go up into my effects here, and I'm going to type in blur, B-L-U-R. Okay, so as you can see, the Gaussian blur is already highlighted. There's a lot of different options over here, but for today, this is the one that we're going to be using. So we're going to take that and we can either drag it down onto our clip or into the effects control. It makes no difference, it goes to the same place, so I'm just going to drag it and drop it there. Okay, just so we can get the idea of what's going on here, I'm just going to ramp up our blur so that you can see what happens. So under blurriness right here we have 0.0. I'm just going to take this and drag it so you can see exactly what happens here. Just like you'd expect, it just blurs everything to heck. We're going to bring this back down to 0. You can either do that by entering 0 or hitting this little reset parameter button right here. These are very handy when you're keyframing, by the way. If you don't use these, that's a quick little secret. We want to hide the way the waves are in focus here, and then it pulls them into focus here. I know that once I come into focus here, that's when I want the effect to end. So with my value at 0.0 here, I'm going to start my keyframing. So I'm going to toggle animation, hit the little stopwatch, and there's our keyframe. So now I'm going to scroll back. Okay, so see how that wave is still really in focus right there, and then it quickly grabs them. So these keyframes are going to have to be a little bit closer together than you'd expect. Normally what you would probably expect to do is enter a value and have this start at the beginning of the clip, but because of how quick that focus change was, I'm going to have to drag that keyframe that has my upper value further in to hold this. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to use the value of 70 for this particular one. If I pull this all the way to the beginning of the clip and we play this back, you're going to notice that you still see a little bit of those waves in focus there. And we don't really want that. We want that all to be pretty blurred. I don't want any detail right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to find where that wave comes into focus, and I'm going to drag this closer to it. Now if we play this back, they never come into focus. You can't really see what's going on there. It's really seriously blurred. That is the basic idea of how the Gaussian blur works, but we have to adjust a few more things before we're done here. The first one being, you can look at the very edges of my monitor here and you can see this weird kind of boxy vignetting that's going on, and that is just a side effect of the way that the blur works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to repeat edge pixels, and it's gone. So I don't have to worry about that at all. That's completely gone and the footage looks pretty normal. Almost like I would have done that with the focus ring. We're almost done. The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to ease these in and out. What I'm going to do is on my first keyframe right here that's highlighted blue, I'm actually going to select ease out. I know this seems counterintuitive, but I'll explain it in a second. And then on the other one, we're going to hit ease in. If we drop down this menu here, you can see what's going on. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see that rather than having that linear curve that would normally be there, we'll actually turn these back to linear so you can see. Right now we have that nice pointy edge on the linear curve. But if I play this, it'll look okay, but there's kind of like a sudden stop to the blurriness, which I want to try to avoid. So the way that I do that is I just select ease out on my first keyframe, ease in on my second, and you can see now instead of having that sharp edge, we kind of gradually move into the end of that blurriness. And I can adjust these if I want. If I grab these little pins and pull them, I can adjust the way that it goes. So if I do this actually might look okay. Let's take a look. I wasn't going to change those, but just for the sake of going through all this stuff, yeah, I actually don't mind that. That looks okay. So that essentially lets you ramp your keyframes or your effects in and out when you're applying them to a clip. So now the finished product. If I play this back, there we go. No random waves in focus. All right. That looks considerably better. That is the basic idea of how to apply a Gaussian blur to your footage, how to adjust keyframes, and how to ramp them in and out so that they look a little bit more dynamic. As always, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around and learning with me. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope it was helpful to you. If you like these tutorials, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.